Hello YouTube, it's Apocalypse, and today I'm coming at you with this is actually an 85-inch Q60B, and this is actually the Sam's version, Sam's, Costco, whatever, the big box stores, and it's a real advantage for buying a TV like this from a big box store because like Costco and Sam's both, what they'll do is they will give you a extended warranty. Like this one's warranted until November of 2028. So that's a real advantage because it's always included. Plus, you get your little odds and ends, like you get a like $100 Voodoo credit or $100 streaming credit, whatever they want to give you. Now, I was reluctant to get this because it is a Samsung Q60B. And in the past, the Q60s are the entry level. Back when they had the Q60Rs, they looked okay, but they wasn't the best thing. And also, this thing doesn't have local dimming. It's only a 60 hertz panel. Right there might be a turnoff for a lot of people, but let me just say, this TV has not disappointed. The picture on it is actually bright. Of course, if you step up tiers like the Q70, Q80, Q90, and the QN models especially, you're going to get brighter. This does not have the local dimming. To get local dimming, you have to go to the Q80. The Q70 still doesn't have local dimming. I do not know what they're doing with these TVs and this technology. I know they have the dual layer LEDs, but the picture quality and the contrast on this TV is amazing, even without local dimming. Now, of course, in some dark scenes, like if you get something that's too dark, you're going to notice some, the really dark areas, some of them are gray. That's because of no local dimming. But on general content, this TV is amazing. And it's only a 60 hertz panel. I've only noticed ghosting with the motion interpolation on a few things, and that was one of them was Top Gun Maverick that I watched on it the other night, and it was the jets flying across the mountainside, and I mean it's a fast action scene, and I mean it's really fast, and there's a little bit of ghosting behind the planes. But if you're watching general content, if you're watching TV shows, it does perfect. If you're watching movies, not a lot of fast action. When I say fast action, I mean something moving 900 mile an hour across the screen. It does perfect. If you're playing video games, believe it or not, this being a 60 hertz panel, it actually does really, really well. I mean, I could sit here and boast about it all day. My downfall is the motion on the TV. It's not the worst. It's, of course, not the best because it's not a 120 hertz panel. But it's to the point that if something like that bothers you, if you see it and you're really picky about it, then, it's going to get to you. Don't get this TV. However, if you're someone from a general audience that just likes to watch stuff, you're not a big videophile, then this TV is actually really, really good. It actually surprised me how bright it is, and the colors, which I know it's a QLED, but like I said, usually, you have to step up a tier to get good brightness and good color. This actually exceeds my expectations. Like, if you look at the nits rating on this TV is only like 502 at the max. But you can't tell it watching TV. You can't tell it at all. It looks a lot brighter. It looks to be a 700-800 nit TV. One other feature that I do like about this is you can go to the gaming hub, and this actually has Xbox Game Pass built in. So all you have to do is you go up here and you link a controller via Bluetooth, and you come down here, sign into your Xbox Live account, as long as you have Game Pass. And you can play on this TV without a console, without the Xbox console. It's very, very, very nice. Xbox not my preferred choice. I'm a PS5 kind of guy. And of course, there's no VRR on this TV. There's no ALLM. There is a game mode. The input lag on this TV is ridiculously low. I don't know how they did it. I don't care how they did it. I just know I enjoy it. Also on the Game Hub, you got, there's your Xbox Luna, don't know. Stadia, which I think they're taking out a bunch of stuff. Whatever that is. And then the GeForce Now. I think this is like demo games that you can play. Of course, you have your ambient mode. And if you go to media. Oh, this is the new dashboard, by the way, for the Samsungs. It's okay. I'm not a big fan. It reminds me more of an LG. If I wanted an LG, I'd just get an LG. You know what I mean? The good thing about this is, see at the bottom, it tells you where it says spread, and then it says at the bottom, it'll actually tell you where you can watch it for free. So, and of course, it's got the Samsung TV Plus, which is pretty much Pluto, if you know what Pluto TV is. But let's see here. Let me go ahead and what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into Roku, because that's my preferred operating choice is Roku. Okay. A lot of these movies on here. Now I'm going to tell you what I did, because HDR on these movies on the Q60, failed to mention that it's lacking. Okay. It's bright. I mean, well, it's not bright. Of course, it's when you go into HDR, it dims it out. That's the purpose of HDR, is to dim it out so it can bring out the colors and the contrast and the details and blah, 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 blah. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I like bright, beautiful colors. Okay. So, say I want to go into Netflix. Okay. Yes, I know. Pay my bill. They got the other Transformers on there too. But let me adjust. I'm sorry. But let me do the whole I better mute it thing before I get a copyright. This right here is probably one of the best things that you could see on the TV. It's the Christmas Chronicles. And the reason I say it's the best thing you could see is because you can see the detail in the faces. Here, let me... Okay. Let me pause it right there. You can see the snow's white. The tree is bright. Over here, the tree is really bright. You know, the character... I hate that. Anyway... Can I get that off of there? No, I don't think I can. Anyway, the characters, the skin tones, everything, it's actually really, really good. No complaints from me at all. Let me go ahead and back out of here. What I want to do is, let's see here. I'm going to show you what you can do. You go to settings on your Roku, your display type, and it's HDR10+. This does not have Dolby Vision. It's a Samsung. They don't believe in Dolby Vision. You have 4K HDR10, which is the 4K HDR on here. Or you could choose 4K TV, which takes out HDR altogether. I highly recommend taking out Dolby, Dolby Vision too, but I highly recommend taking out HDR altogether. It is to me, it's a crap gimmick unless you have a 3000 nit TV. if you ever look at the specs on, um, if you ever look at the specs on HDR Dolby Vision, it recommends between 1,000 and 4,000 nits for proper Dolby Vision. If you look at regular HDR, it recommends 7 to 800 or 7 to 1,000. HDR 10 Plus is about the same range. They're revamping Dolby Vision because there's a lot of bugs in it and stuff. So they're supposed to lower it, but it's going to be 1,000 to 2,000 or 1,000 to 3,000. It's that bottom number is not going to lower because you have to have that nit peak brightness to be able to actually bring out HDR highlights and for the picture to actually look decent without looking too dark. And I know you people know what I'm talking about on HDR. If once you kick on HDR on TVs, it looks so dark. It really does. And it's very annoying. That's not what I paid for. I paid for a TV that's bright, beautiful, and that's pretty much it. So turn off your HDR if you got like a Roku stick. I don't know if the Google Chromecast does it or the Fire Stick. I know that Roku gives you a choice to turn off HDR. Highly recommend it. Highly. Let's go here. I got too many movies. What am I saying? You never have too many movies. Okay. Let's go Ghostbusters. Now, I'm going to... Okay. All right. Now, you can see a little bit of blooming. Not blooming. There's no actual blooming. It's just the blacks are lifted because of, it's not local dimming. But anyway, you can see like right here, you can see more detail, but it also looks gray. However, this right here is as bright on my TV as you're seeing it on the camera. It is very bright and it is very impressive to be a Q60. Of all TVs, a Q60. Now, if you want to get into like actual brightness, here, let's go to, okay. This is one of my favorite scenes because, well, he's, oh. Okay. Let's continue to play for a second. Okay. Let's see if we can get this to clear up a little bit. Get that stuff off the screen is what I mean. Okay. Now, you can see his skin tone is perfect. Like I'm looking at it, it looks like I'm looking at a regular person. It's not red, it's not pale. It's, I mean, the way you would look at it. The background is, it's got a lot of color in it. It's hard to explain over a camera, but the picture looks like you would think it should look. I'll say it that way. It looks like it should look. And, I mean, to me, it's, besides the contrast on this TV is actually really high. I think it's 7,000 and something, which I know that doesn't sound high compared to like an OLED or something, but this looks really, really good. So, what do I say next about this TV? It's a great TV. It has its downfalls. Like I said, it's a 60 hertz panel. That's why you see some motion blur and stuff on it. For gaming, it's not the best. If you're like a competitive gamer, you want to set up to a VRR capable TV with a 120 hertz panel. That's best for gaming. That's like if you're die-hard Modern Warfare or something like that. As for playing like regular, like say you want to play The Last of Us or Halo, just the campaign, there's nothing wrong with this TV. It's just like me. I play Modern Warfare. I'd like to have um, a better refresh rate, but I got a really good deal on this TV, and I couldn't really pass it up. So I thought I'd try it out. I tried it out. It's impressed me so far. Now watching movies, other than the gray areas and stuff in some movies. Now, if you have a movie that's pretty bright all the way through, like Free Guy, it looks really good. Not gonna lie. But if you have, say, The Dark Knight or say Prometheus or something like that, even the dark scenes on um, like the Disney movies, like Obi-Wan, uh, the infamous Darth Vader Obi-Wan lightsaber battle. It's not the best. It looks good, but where it's dark, it's got dark overtones. It's really hard to see. But other than that, I mean, I would highly recommend you go out and get this TV. This TV right now at Sam's, if you can catch it on sale, it's $13.99. Right now, it's $17.99. But I'd highly recommend it. You don't have to get an 85 inch. 75 inch would do just fine. Actually, I kind of regret going to 85 inch because now it's like overload. It looks like it's too big. If I could go back to a 75 inch, I think I might. But anyway, that's pretty much all I'm going to say about this TV. I'm not going to keep on and on and on and start repeating myself. Just, do I recommend it? Yes. If you're a gamer, it's still good, but it lacks the gaming features. VRR, ALLM, FreeSync, 120 hertz panel. If you're an avid movie watcher, of course you're going to pick it apart. So, just go out, like I tell everybody, go out and base your own opinion on what you see. Don't take it from me. Don't take it from any of these other reviewers. We're just giving you our opinions. This is what we like. This is what we see. You may be different. I know people that I like a certain thing, but okay, you like a certain movie, okay, and then you go to them and they're like, hey, how'd you like that movie? Oh, it was horrible. It's opinion. It's like assholes. Everybody's got one. Anyway, so I'm going to close with that, and I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Ken Apocalypse. Like, share my videos, and I'll have more for you next time.